Hello and welcome, I'm DrHamfist, welcome back. This is Slay the Spire, and you can see the updates already if you pay attention to this menu screen that we start on sometimes, right? Anytime it's the first of a run, start on the menu screen. Here there's just this compendium now. If I check that, that's got the card library, the relic collection, and the bestiary tucked in here, which I guess the bestiary is not actually in yet. And then in stats here, it's got the character stats, the leaderboards, the run history. So they sort of consolidated the UI here. And if I go to play, there's now standard, and there's also daily climb, which is in beta, and then whatever this is going to be. Which my theory is this will be like infinite mode, where there's no actual cap to how far you can go. It's not 3 acts, it's just you go forever. And it just gets progressively insane. In theory, they have to have some way to stop an infinite combo deck too. So there'll probably be these really wacky challenges that somehow account for that. But this is the brand new thing, right? Daily climb, which is in beta. Now, my understanding is you can do this any number of times per day, but your first score is the only one that competes against everybody else's. Which in a sense means the right way to try to like consistently win the daily challenge is to have 2 accounts and then just practice a whole bunch, like 5 hours or so, and then just do a real run on the second account. But let's see what this is here. So yeah, daily challenge. We're barely getting in there for this one. So today's challenge, class the silent. So mods, growing enemies. Enemies get stronger each turn. Night terrors. Resting at campfires heals 20% of your HP rather than 30%. So resting is less effective. And the merchant prices are increased by 25%. And diverse. Start with 2 cards from another class, which my understanding is that means ironclad. We're just going to try this out just to see it. I don't know if I'm going to try to do every single daily challenge. I'm currently uploading 1 video a day, so already that would get a bit insane. It would be only daily challenges at that point. Whirlwind and Wild Strike. I'm not a fan of Wild Strike. I am a fan of Whirlwind. Wild Strike became better for our Ironclad recently, visual glitch if you caught it, because of the wound synergy that the Silent has no access to. Okay, and I guess there's no bonus for Niao, because we didn't come off a run for the daily quest, I guess is kind of the way it's thinking of it. And I think what we want to do here, especially with resting being less efficient, we actually want to hit the campfires more. I know that sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but if they're healing us for less, we might need to hit more in one run. I like this shop here. I think in general we do like elites, and maybe we want to save the option of hitting this one. Or I guess this one too. I think we like this tile. Do we like an early shop, or do we like unknown events more? A pair of unknowns or the shop? I guess we should start here, and then we know we'll have at least the choice. Yeah, because the only other option, I guess, if we start here, it's always 2 unknowns. If we start here, it's always 2 unknowns. If we want to hook up for, you know, this section here, might as well just get the option here. All right, so cultist. No way we're not using neutralize here. I think we may wild strike. Yeah, so shuffle a wound into your draw pile. That's not great because we're going to find it shortly. But I think the 12 damage is still worth it. And then we can play Whirlwind for nothing. Oh yeah, so there is said wound. If we want to avoid taking damage, we play both defense. We're playing 1. Are we fine with just 2 strikes here? I think we are. We definitely need to kill this guy before long. That definitely has to happen. We can double defend next time, take no damage. And then, wait, did they change this number? Does he now get, wait, what is this? I thought he used to swing for 9 after the first turn. Oh, it's the growth. It's the modifier that's on this like daily quest. So everything gets 1 strength every turn. That's not good. That's really not good. Okay, so we want an aggressive deck. That's what that means. Whereas I think the Ironclad is typically better at making aggressive decks. Weak, in a sense, gets extra mileage versus normal decks. Because our block won't go up as their strength does, but the impact of weak does barely. It's not immense, but it does get better the more strength they have. So do we want leg sweep? I think we actually want the backflip. Make sure we can use those offensive cards. Yeah, so we want to avoid normal fights like the plague. All right. And I think I've recently learned, I think there's a difference between these two louses. They're both louses, but the green one, I think, weakens you, whereas the red one boosts itself, and like they are color-coded that way. So if we want to avoid becoming weak, we want to kill the green one first. We might actually just want to play Whirlwind here, because I believe it kills both of them before they actually proc curl up. I don't have a way of testing this without possibly ruining everything. I can use the energy potion if I have to. I believe this just kills them both. Yes! Alright, excellent. That's what we call a clean fight. So do we want Sucker Punch? If we had taken... what is it? I won't be able to find the name of it because we didn't take it. It's like the weird leg sweep, I think. I wanted to say drop kick, but that's an Ironclad card. Heel hook would be good if we took leg sweep, I think it's called, but we didn't. So we only have one source of weak right now. So do we want Sucker Punch? I don't think we want Poison Stab. I think we do want Sucker Punch. I think we'll take it. I think in general, I need to take less cards. Yeah, there's a shop up here we can hit. Or we can dodge that shop and just take this route. I think we want to hit everything here, though. Yeah, let's see. We could hit this shop. I think we'll skip it. And then what we'll do is we will plan on hitting that later shop. Oh, so you do have to buy a potion from her, or otherwise she damages you. And I don't think it's worth saving the gold, so we'll buy one potion. Option of buying two there. The second one only costs you 10. Probably actually should have bought two. Already didn't, though. All right, so big fish. What? I thought this was normally named boxes or something, floating boxes or something. Maybe it is always called big fish and I just forgot. So I don't think we want the regret curse there. That's pretty staggering. And then the heal for 23 is heal for 1, so I think we just take the donut here. They just need to add the word real right here. That's all they need to do. Okay. The Jawworm will be a bit annoying with this grow passive because he already hits quite hard. We're definitely neutralizing. He's only swinging for 8 now. We have a block potion. We should probably save it. Now, I think we want to Wild Strike this turn. I think we might just backflip to see what we draw. I don't know if it's worth it really, like, because what could we draw that would impact our plan here? Because Survivor would block all the 8 he's swinging, but the thing is we'd have to backflip and spend energy blocking first in order to do that. It actually might be correct to avoid. It might be correct to avoid backflipping here. I think what we'll do is we'll take 3, get both of these in. Yeah. We just don't want this fight to go long, because he's going to get a bunch of strength over time. I don't know why he doesn't have one this turn from growth. Bizarre. Alright, well, this is an awkward turn because we can't actually deal damage with everything. So far, not a fan of daily quests. Or whatever it was called. This is 1 damage shy. Oh, no, that's fine, because strikes are more efficient. That's what it is. Strike is 1 damage per energy more efficient than a Whirlwind. I was thinking of Skewer, which is the actual silent card that has X in its cost. So do we want the Dagger Throw here? Dagger Throw seems good. Noxious Fumes is good in slow fights. We're not good in slow fights, though. I think we take Dagger Throw. I also think we need to stop taking as many cards as we do, in general. I don't mean strictly in this daily quest, I mean all the time. So what does Whirlwind do when we upgrade it? Wow. That's probably a fine upgrade. Which of these might be better? Yeah, so Neutralize gives us an extra turn of weak. Sucker Punch gives us next turn of weak and 2 more damage. Do we want to get the Whirlwind here? Because this makes it very efficient, and we can also spend all of our energy doing that, and it also protects us against group fights. I think we want to grab this Whirlwind. I don't know. It's weird because you never actually have that option as the silent, at least normally. All right, so here we go. So I think we would like to find either a weak source or, yeah, survivor. Okay, so we can now Wild Strike or Whirlwind for just 8. Do we want the 4 more damage and the wound? That is actually a bit of a tough problem. I think we want the 4 more damage. We can play this for kicks. All right. All right, so yeah, I think he's going to make us vulnerable, I think is what his negative effect is. It might be weak. I can't remember. The blue slaver, I think their color matters just like the louses. So let's start with Dagger Throw and just see what we draw here. Excellent. Use if we neutralize. Yes, we can block everything with defend. Then we're going to Sucker Punch anyway, so I guess we didn't need that neutralize, but it's free damage. Can't be unhappy about that. Is Whirlwind enough? He did weaken us, that's what he did. So Whirlwind is our most efficient damage. It is not enough by itself, though. So I guess defend Whirlwind's fine here. I think we'd rather do that than Sucker Punch, because we'll probably get him next turn. Case in point, seems fine. All right. Ooh, so what is Cloak and Dagger here? Gain 6 block and add a Shiv to your hand? That seems really, really good. Accuracy. Shivs deal 3 additional damage. That's a power. I think we want Cloak and Dagger. I mean, this is, better than a defend, because defend is 5 block, and then it also gives us a Shiv, which is 4 free damage. I think that's true. Yeah, and this is interesting, because this is a skill when it's in your deck, but it also gives you an attack, so it still triggers attacks. So you can still use it for stuff like the Shuriken or the Kunai, I think. But in your deck, it still counts for like Escape Plan and similar cards. I think we go for the upgrade over the Elite, especially with the fact that resting is bad in this weird daily quest game mode. So let's see here. Wild Strike goes to +5 damage. Still gives you a wound. Yeah, so Cloak and Dagger gives you a second Shiv. That's not bad. That is actually basically on par with the Wild Strike upgrade. I think we'd be much more willing to play Cloak and Dagger on a turn where we are holding both. If we upgrade this and don't upgrade Wild Strike, then absolutely. That's not exactly a fair comparison at that point, though. If Backflip gave us an extra card when we upgraded it, just like Pommel Strike does, probably be more likely to do that. I think we'll do Cloak and Dagger. It seems like a very good upgrade, especially if we can find some of those Shiveronis. Or I guess I should say the Shiv Synergy cards. Singing Bowl. When adding cards to your deck, you may gain +2 max HP instead. That's awesome, because I already think we've taken too many cards. We're like 18. So we're going to start doing that +2 max health a lot, I think. Alright, so I can't imagine a world where we don't Cloak and Dagger. Do we want to blow the energy potion for Whirlwind this turn? Alright, I think we do. We can kill this guy. Oh, audio glitch. I've been able to pretty reliably get that trying to target the rightmost card in my hand. I think it's something to do with me hitting like both. Like the second to rightmost and then the rightmost. I think there's some way to do it that way. I don't know. So if we use energy, we'll be at 5. If we use energy and then Cloak and Dagger, we'll be at 4. 4 times 8 is 32, is enough to kill him. Cloak and Dagger gives us 6 block, and then still gives us 8 damage per energy. So we don't lose any damage on him. Now that does not get us enough to block all the damage he's swinging. Cloak and Dagger and Backflip gets us very close. Backflip may give us a neutralize. So if we use some of our Cloak and Daggers here, I should say our shivs, we can still kill him and still mitigate his damage. So I guess we start with backflip. Okay, so whiffed on finding neutralize. But I think we're fine, because what we're going to do... Oh, and I should have been careful with my hand size there, but we can shiv after we perform this whirlwind. We can use one shiv to kill him, and then use the other shiv here and take one. Still a lot of damage, and we can probably get him this turn. Yes. So here, we can skip or we can get 2 max HP. That means we could actually choose not to get the max HP, surprisingly. I don't think any of these are better than max HP. Yeah, we don't really have poison. The quick slash, I don't know. I don't think it's good enough. And then enemies lose all poison. Well, we don't have any poison. Let's get the health. Let's get the upgrade rather than the card or the max HP, because it's only 2. And I think here we may go in for the neutralize upgrade. I think it would have to be like neutralize or sucker punch. Sucker punch gets you more damage, but I know we will always cast neutralize every time we find it. So I'm a little bit more tempted to do neutralize. Backflip is also pretty much a snap cast if we're holding it. There's a few times we won't want to. Neutralize we always will. So I guess we'll do neutralize first. I think that's fine. I do wish that gave us a little bit more damage than it does, but... Alright, so... This has the stuff's more expensive, doesn't it? Isn't that one of the modifiers we had? This is a really expensive shop, right? I feel like this... Yeah. This is supposed to be 75. So stuff is like about 25% more expensive, something like that. Okay. We probably want to do the card removal service. I don't think any of these are strictly amazing. The Flying Knee's pretty good. Infinite Blades is a ton of value too, and it's also on sale. Maybe we do card removal and Infinite Blades. Infinite Blades is better in long decks, but at least it's offensive pressure, which is what we want, because we want to kill stuff quickly. Do we like Trip or Transmutation? We do kind of like Trip. We cannot do Trip and card removal, though. I think card removal probably better than Trip. If I card removal, do I get rid of a strike? Or defend? Probably a strike. I think we have to get rid of a strike. Whirlwind makes getting rid of strikes better than defends, because if we need to be offensive, we can Whirlwind for our whole turn pretty often. Especially with some card draw, which we have. And then, with what we have left, I probably do take the Infinite Blades. I want to say we do take Infinite Blades. Because this becomes better than a strike after 2 more turns. I think it's fine. The Flying Knee is the other option. You can kind of look at this as pay 0, deal 8. The Trip is also pretty good, though. Well, we don't have enough for it, though. Let's do Infinite Blades and leave it at that. And then we'll say we are trying to go for some manner of Shiv synergy. So this goes to Innate. I don't know if that's quite worth it. If we keep our deck relatively thin, then this is really not like a world of difference, right? So maybe we keep Backflip upgraded. I think we're more likely to play Backflip than Survivor. And if we upgrade Backflip, we are just snap playing it every time we're taking any damage. Let's do this. This seems good. Okay. And then we've got an unknown and one more upgrade for the boss. Please have Whirlwind. Backflip for Whirlwind. One time. Am I dooming myself by playing Backflip? I don't think so. Whirlwind. Ugh. So Wild Strike is an option here. So yeah, these 3 are all swinging for the most. Does Shiv kill one of them? It's like the pair of shifts from Cloak of Dagger. It does not. Alright, so this is still correct if we're summing to kill one of them with another attack. Maybe I just wild strike one of them, like this guy. I don't know what this negative effect is. Maybe I do want to take that out, because what if I cloak and dagger to kill him and then wild strike one of these guys? I got 13 coming at me. I actually do block it all. Oh, let's kill him first though, before we add cards to hand. I don't want to actually count and see if I'm at 10 or not. I just want to not have to count. Yeah, okay. This is still fine. So this turn is way weirder. But no, we are definitely taking some damage this turn, right? Yeah, so I guess what we should do is we should neutralize whichever one we don't double strike. Yeah. All right, well, we're definitely playing Infinite Blades. We can play everything in our hand. So what we should probably do is strike, strike, and then neutralize here. That's a slightly inefficient use of damage. We could have dealt 10 and 6, but we would take 2 more for doing that. We're only missing out on 2 damage, and we're mitigating 2 to do it. There we go. That whirlwind finally showed up. That is just enough, right? Yes. Okay. Cloak and Dagger is very good. Cloak and Dagger, is it better than 2 max HP? I want to say it is. It's a very good card. Alright, we probably are upgrading our other Cloak and Dagger too. We have done a very good job of not taking damage. That might have something to do with us having Cloak and Daggers and upgraded backflips and such. Yeah, let's do this Cloak and Dagger as well. I think. Let me think about this for a second. The only other option I think is Sucker Punch. Yeah, because this does 4 more damage. This does 2 more and an extra turn a week. And we have 19 cards in our deck, so if we have 2 weeks versus at 2 weak, we have them basically permanently weak. So 2 more damage, 4 more damage, and then extra turn a week. This might block more. Yeah, let's do the Sucker Punch, actually. We'll go in for Cloak and Dagger next, I think. Okay, so this is the Guardian. And he also has the growth passive that all of our enemies do. Okay, so he's going to get really out of hand. I think he's a relatively easy fight to begin with, so we might be fine. We might be fine. Wild Strike early is a bit rough. Like, I don't know if I want those wounds for the rest of the fight, so I think what we'll do here is just start with this dagger throw. Yeah, so we're definitely neutralizing. So Cloak and Dagger does more damage than the strike does. Yeah, so the question is, do we strike or wild strike? I think this early we do the normal strike. When it gets a bit later, we can do the wild strike. Alright, so swinging for 24. We only have to do 3 to break him, and he's got 9. So we can just break him this turn and ignore the threat. So we should probably do that. And I think the way to do that is deal 4 here and then hit him with the strike. If we did 6, it would have already broken him, I think. And he gets the armor. Yeah, I think that's correct. So here he gets his thorns, and he's going to keep hitting us. Alright, so we would like to deal some damage without taking any here. We can take a little bit. I think it's strictly correct to play Infinite Blades here. Is it then correct to also Sucker Punch? I think so. We want Infinite Blades sooner rather than later. It's a little bit awkward here. With him having the Thorns passive up. You don't really want to leave these in your deck. You do want to play them and exhaust them and get rid of them, but I think we can still get away with that. So let's say we're going to play Cloak and Dagger. Well, let's see. Each time we play a Shiv, it deals 3 to us. So this basically just goes even. And he's swinging 14. Now we can also play Cloak and Dagger and not actually use the Shivs. I think we're definitely playing the defense here. Do we want to use the block potion? I don't think so. Yeah, maybe we just pass on the Shivs and just hit him with the neutralize. We'll take a little bit of damage for that. We'll take 1. But the extra turns a week are probably fine. Alright, so now he's out. No more thorns. So the Shiv is strictly correct. But he's swinging 24 despite being weak, and that's the 3 strength coming in. The multi-hits are going to get really crazy. So probably Cloak and Dagger, defend, defend. We're not going to pop in this turn, so let's mitigate as much as we can. Okay. Yes, and now we have an opening, so we're just going to go all out on the damage, including flipping him to defense mode. I think that's fine. Yeah, and we will use Wild Strike there to do it. Okay, so he's back up to 3 thorns. Definitely playing the backflip. I think neutralize has to be correct. He's not weak right now. Do you want to... Well, no, we have block right now, so it doesn't really change the problem here. So I guess defend and then defend shivs. Maybe both shivs even. We only take 1 for doing it. Yeah, that seems fine. We do have this block potion, which we can use. We'll probably have to use it later. I definitely could see us having to use it later. So we either defend, and sucker punch, or we dagger throw. Let's see what we draw. I think we just sucker punch. Yeah, we're taking quite a bit here, but got to keep that weak up. 36? Okay. Well, unless we somehow flip him. Which we're not going to be able to do. Yeah, so I guess Cloak and Dagger is just as efficient as Whirlwind is anyway. In the damage department. This one is half as efficient, but gets a 6 block. And we can use this block potion. We might actually just survive with the last one too. I don't know, it's a tough call because we need to kill him. I think we still use the block though. I think we even commit this too. We really need to get some damage going. Oh, God. Alright, so this is a great turn to damage him. We didn't draw much damage. Okay, so, alright, well, he is swinging just 1 hit, which means it got largely, well, let's see. Yeah, so we definitely draw. We're not going to be able to pop him without drawing. I don't think we're going to get him no matter what we do. 9, you'll have 16 left, we have 1 shiv, we'll need to do 12. Is Wild Strike in our draw pile? It is. I don't think we're going to switch him out. We probably do want to do as much as we can though, right? Maybe we just defend up as much as we can, which right now is defend and Cloak and Dagger and then just all the shivs. Yeah, I think we do that. Yeah, at the same time that is kind of like playing it safe in a situation where we really can't afford to do that. Alright, so we can either Wild Strike and then Whirlwind for 16, or we can just Whirlwind and we miss out on 4 but don't get the wound. I guess we should Sucker Punch at some point, which I guess means right before the Whirlwind. The thing is that he gets all the block. We should probably just Whirlwind now and then do a bit more damage. I think this is the way to do the most damage to him, which is absolutely what we care about. Yeah. Alright, so he is swinging 20. We are dead if we don't block some of this. And with the thorns, this gets real tricky. And I think he swings 2 attacks next turn that are going to be plus 12. So this is going to get really bad if we don't at least weaken him. I think we have to backflip. So I think we're looking at defend, neutralize. We are kind of biding our time, but there's no world where we're going to kill him like through the thorns right now. Yeah, so here's the scary turn. Now, luckily, we do have some decent defensive options here. So we can absolutely pitch the wound. We will absolutely play Cloak and Dagger. Do we even want to attack here? No, because we'll die, won't we? I think we die if we attack. Yeah, we would have died if we'd attacked. All right, so I think we're dead. Yeah, we took too long to get him. Ah, okay. Well, that is my first attempt at any daily challenge ever, I believe. Well, it is my first attempt. I think that is the first daily challenge ever. I probably have that wrong. I probably just missed the patch when they put it out. I think I have to manually update if I'm in beta branch. But that's the first daily challenge we knew about. We got to the boss, died on the boss, got a score of 92. And that's because we were dodging enemies greatly and killed no elites, so... yeah. I think we'll still try the daily challenges, but the other thing is, on our normal runs, we're also trying to unlock Ascension mode. What I might start doing is just putting daily challenges up in addition to normal runs, because I'll probably die so quickly in the daily challenges because they're so tough. So I'll probably start doing that at some point. I think this daily challenge will just go up as the episode for today, and then moving forward, maybe I'll try to do like intermittent daily challenges and have those also get uploaded, and then still just have like the normal runs that, you know, are long form be out as well. I think that sounds fine. So I think with us having been shoehorned into playing the Silent here, let's do a run as the Ironclad, build a defensive deck that doesn't get overrun by this your bosses are also bird cultist men thing. It's so annoying. Plus like 11 strength on the boss with him having like a 4-hit attack or whatever. Yeah. So let's do an Ironclad run. Let's try to unlock Ascension 2. Because we have Ascension 1 right now. I think we have to win on Ascension 1 to unlock Ascension 2. So let's try to do a deep dive on Ascension 1 with an Ironclad list. Yeah, should be good. So, see you then.